Hey everybody, this is Tom from Rocket Restorations. I have kind of a crazy story for you today. I just got this very cool truck this weekend, and it's the craziest story I've ever had to buy a truck. It's just, there's so much to unpack here. I just wanted to share the story with you. I thought everybody would get a kick out of it. Then we'll do a tour of the truck. We got it running. Did some mudding through a field last night. So yeah, good times all the way around. And I think this one's gonna be a keeper. It's a pretty cool truck. So I've been kind of looking for a pop top Ram Charger for a while. I know a couple are locally. I've been trying to buy for a while. If you saw one of the previous videos, my brother just got a factory 440 Macho Ram Charger 440 truck, original paint, black. So I've been kind of looking one for a while, and obviously I run Rocket Restorations, have a lot of friends in the hobby out there, and they send me a lot of ads, like a lot of ads. I get a lot of ads from friends, and you never know what's going to show up. And a couple weeks ago, a buddy of mine locally, Dave Heck, sends me an ad, and the ad says 1976 Plymouth Trail Duster, big block truck, 400, part of an estate, and $1,000. I'm like, wow, that's a good deal. Like I've been shopping for one of these for a while. Like these trucks are getting real hard to find. It looked pretty nice. It was undercover, Eastern Washington. Like that's a really good place to get a truck around here. It's very dry over there. So obviously I'm interested. It had only been up for like hour and a half, 2 hours. So messaged a lady, and she gets back to me right away, and she's like, well, I got somebody else interested. They're ahead of you in line. And I'm like, well, that's disappointing. But she's like, but the guy is going to pick it up for 2 weeks. I was like, okay, that's weird. But apparently, like, she wasn't available. She lived a couple hours away from the truck where it was or something. So what I do in most of these circumstances is I just go like, hey, like I understand. Like somebody else got in front of me in line. Somebody saw it. It was a heck of a deal. So I just messaged her, and I'm just like, hey, like I want to be second in line. Like if this guy flakes, like I'll be second in line. So this is before Thanksgiving. It's December 7th today. So but it couldn't get picked up to, like, I think it was December 3rd. It was Sunday, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Um, so a couple weeks goes past, and then last Friday get a message, hey, the guy can't come on Sunday. Like she had to meet Sunday. Like that was the day she could meet. That was the only day she could be up there. They're trying to settle up her dad's estate, and I'm just like, so she messaged me like, guy can't come. He can't come till Monday. So if you want the truck, it's yours. I'm like, awesome, game on. So, actually, my brother's been helping me out with this. I was actually out of town, so my brother was in town. So he's like, yeah, no problem. I can go after work. He works till 2 p.m. He can go over there. It was over in near Wenatchee, Washington. So no problem. So getting lined up. He's ready to go. And then Saturday morning, she messaged me back and says, "Oh, never mind. The guy can come Sunday now." So I'm like, "What the heck?" Like, I didn't get the truck. Then it was my truck, and now she said the guy's gonna come up. So I'm very disappointed. I'm actually in Vegas with my friends down there. If you don't know me, I'm a huge Gonzaga basketball fan, and we were down there watching the game with some of my buddies. So, but my brother's been messaging her and goes back and forth. And I'm just like, well, now what do we do? Like, I really wanted this truck. I've been looking for a while, and it looked really solid. As you'll see later. And so I'm very disappointed. So I think this was Saturday morning. So Saturday night, my brother sends me a message, and again, the truck was listed in Washington. So look at this. So, we always do like Craigslist and Facebook ads, and we look, and the truck is listed in Sacramento, California for $5,000 using the lady's pictures. So my first thought was like, is this a scam? Like, I've seen this all the time. Like, there's so many scams on the internet. Like, somebody takes pictures, posts it, especially if it's really cheap, puts it for a little higher price, then tries to get money from them. And I'm just like, well, what the heck? What do we do? Like, I mean, it could be a scam, or the guy who just bought it is trying to sell it without getting the car yet. How crazy is that? Like, the guy doesn't have, like, the guy posted a truck for sale in California that he hasn't picked up yet for like 5 times what they wanted for it. So he's trying to buy it for $1,000, trying to sell for $5,000 without even picking it up. He doesn't have a title, nothing. So my first thought was, well, this is probably just a scam. So, but what I did is I sent the ad to the lady, because I'm like, well, what do I do? Like, if it is a scam, like, I want to make sure that she knows that, so like somebody isn't trying to like get money out of her or something. Again, this is Saturday. The truck's supposed to get picked up on Sunday. So I sent her the ad, and the lady kind of freaks out. She's like, I don't know what's going on. And then, but she goes to the Craigslist ad, and it's the guy's number who's supposed to pick it up on Sunday. So, like, who does this? Like, I mean, dude, you go and buy a truck that you don't own yet, and then you post it for sale. I don't know. This is like, it's so messed up. So the lady kind of freaks out, messages my brother back, and she's like, you know what? Like, I don't want to deal with this guy. Like, this guy's not honest. He's trying to sell a truck he doesn't have, like, which is illegal, by the way. Like, you can get turned into the state for that. You're not supposed to be, that's illegal. You're supposed to put the truck in your name. So she messages us back. She's like, you know what? If you want the truck, it's yours. And we're like, awesome. So, I mean, like, it's a messed up situation. Like, again, I still can't believe this happened. Like, I thought I lost this truck like 3 times. I thought I got it like 3 times. And then we ended up getting the truck, which is pretty awesome. Dude, this thing, first of all, it ended up being a 78, not a 76. And it is a really clean truck. Like, I mean, it's not rust-free. Has a little bit one rocker, a little bit in the quarter. But, dude, it is a very original truck. I don't know what the original miles are, but, like, it says 7,000. I would not be surprised if it's 107, has an original spare. But you know what? I just want to share the story with you. And then, you know, it's time to go look at the truck. So yeah, crazy story on this thing, but I just thought I'd show you the actual truck. And this thing's pretty nice. I mean, big block, pop top, Ram Chargers and Trail Dusters just don't grow on trees anymore. And this one is really, really cool. It is very solid, Eastern Washington truck. So everybody's kind of, you know, everybody assumes that Washington's like, it just rains all the time here. Well, the thing is, this came from a little town called Brewster, Washington. So Seattle's on the west side of the state, and there's a big mountain range, the Cascades, between Seattle and Eastern Washington. And what happens is all the rain comes in from the coast, hits the mountains, and then wrings all the rain out. So if you're on the far side of the mountains, which is where Brewster is, there's hardly any rain over there. That's where my little Jeep Willys came from. As you can see right here, it still has the dealer badge on it. So Gories Inc. Brewster with the little Pentastar on it. And I actually have the dealership closed. The last ad I could find for it was 90, but I found the name of somebody in Brewster who I think is related. So I'm gonna try calling them and see what we can do. This is definitely on Jamie's to-do list to get it running today. He's probably gonna do his own video on it, but I just thought I'd share, you know, the story, getting it and everything. So this thing's been sitting since 07. Oil looks good, coolant looks good. Gas tank does not look good. It smells awful. So we're probably gonna have to address that. Another kind of cool thing is, look at that, what came with it, slots. And I think those might be original. On Gary's black Ram Charger that we got, it came with slots. And this is not a matcha package, but what makes me think is, sorry, this isn't, that's an original spare. That's a custom power cushion Polyglas white wall. I'm pretty sure that's the original tire for it, and that's the original spare. So I'm open to interpretation on this. I'm not like the expert on Ram Chargers or Trail Dusters, but I think that means that that's the original wheels. I need to look it up. I've got the dealer books for the 78 Dodge trucks. I need to figure out. Yeah, and this is 78. For those not familiar, it's pretty easy to tell. So this grill was 2 years only, 77 and 78. And 78 has the orange ones, 77 are clear. It's easy to remember because that's a Lil Red Express. And then this is actually a Trail Duster. So it's not a Ram Charger, it's a Trail Duster. So this has Trail Duster emblem there. and the grill's blank. They're super hard to find, so it does not say Dodge on it. Pretty much all these say Dodge, but the Trail Duster didn't get that. And then had an emblem on the hood, which is apparently in the console. Evan found it, so we can do that. And I think it took a little hit in the front at some point in its life. I've got a really good painter who can paint match. I may see if he can try to match that, because it would be nice just to fix that and then get a new front valance for it. I'm pretty sure I can find a front valance, a truck one that's white. So if anybody's watching this and has a white truck front valance, original paint, let me know. I'd love to get it, because I'm gonna try to put this front end back together and try to make it all match. It's got aftermarket wheels and tires on it. It's actually a Trail Duster Sport, which I believe is the equivalent of the SE package. Let me show the interior, which is super nice. So it's still pretty dirty. We're gonna be cleaning this up today after we get it running, but that's number one. Jamie's already leaving trash in this. Thank you, Jamie, leaving his coffee can in there. Dash is gorgeous. I mean, these always cracked. Like, and this was an Eastern Washington truck, which makes me think it was probably inside most of its life. Passenger seat looks really nice. Rear seat's like perfect. You can see the original spare back there. Let's see what size that is. It's got the roll bar, which is not standard. Most of this stuff was optional on these. It's got a buddy seat with a console, which I'm not really sure what this is. I don't know if that was original or not. There's some wheel caps. Oh, there's the fender trim. Nice. So I've got all the trim. So it's missing two pieces. That's the one piece. I think that's the fender piece there. So yeah, it's missing that. That's in the back seat. It's missing that. So I'll have to keep on looking and see if it's there. This fell off, of course. These always fall off. They're just glued to the windshield. They never stayed put. But yeah, it's got the keys, tilt column, loaded truck. You don't see tilt on these trucks very often. Let's open the hood. I'll show you. It's a factory big block truck. Big hood. So yeah, it's a 400. The block is orange. It is a low deck, so we'll have to get this. I'm probably gonna get this on the lift earlier. We're gonna pull this inside, but it stopped raining for the first time in like a week. So I think Jamie just might try to get it running out here. Obviously you need a battery for it and all that fun stuff. And same, put a 4-barrel on it. It'd be a 2-barrel originally. Brakes kind of worked, but my brother, when he went over to Eastern Washington to get it, put a strap over the brake lines and broke it. So that's gonna be on the to-do list today to try to get that fixed, because it'd be nice to have brakes. But we're just gonna see if it runs first. And I've got a big yard. I can just run around without brakes for a minute. So yeah, Washington plates. Those are, you know, early 2000s. This came from an estate, so and they were just cleaning it out, as I kind of told in the story earlier. But yeah, I mean, this is a crazy deal on this thing, but I'm super happy. This thing is super solid. Like, you just don't find it in this clean anymore. You know, the floor pans are rusted out. You know, this one's the higher end trim, so it has carpet, which saves the floor pans, because you see these with rubber floor mats, and they always have rusted floor pans on rubber floor mats. Like, always have rust, like without fail. They had a bunch of insulation under that mat, and water got underneath it and just rusted all away. And door speakers, of course, and I put 6x9s back there, and then extra ones there. And everybody's got to have their stereo stuff, but which is kind of a disappointment, but it's not a huge deal. It's got a factory clock in there. Tack was optional on these. Gary got a couple with his truck, so I don't know, maybe I'll steal one of his and put it in here. And then they had an oil pressure gauge here that was optional. So yeah, this has a lot of options. And it was like the odometer was changed at some point, so it's 7,000 miles on it. I mean, I would definitely believe 107, but if the odo was changed, I don't know why it would have been changed, but it's kind of hard to trust the miles. But this is obviously not a high mile truck. I mean, this thing was well taken care of. Really the only stuff, there's a little bit of, you know, I call that rust peppering there. So there'll probably be some pinholes there. Then it's got just a tiny bit in the rocker down there, but you know, that's nothing. I mean, for these trucks, like, this thing is clean, 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 clean. Like, you just don't see them this nice. So, all right, well, there's a tour of the truck. Next step is to try to get it running. That's kind of Jamie's department. So I'm gonna let him loose on this thing, and hopefully we'll have a running truck soon.
Which is the thing it has, and I don't know why.
Now we got Jamie doing Jamie things, working his magic. It pops, but fuel tank's bad. So we're gonna put our Evans electric fuel pump on here, and we put the fuel pump on and the line cracked. So it's going well. And remember, in any old Mopar, have your breakdown kit. Ballast resistor, ECU. And we've got a running truck. You know, still has no brakes or 5 other things it needs. Well, 5 might be generous, like 100 more things. But it runs! It runs pretty good. It's beautiful. Time to get it on the lift. It's always good to get these things up on a lift and like really see what's wrong with them. It's nice being spoiled here out in the lift. Jamie's driving in. Let me go look. The antenna's gonna hit, I think.
We skipped that part earlier. Ready?
So this is not ideal. It's gonna need to be addressed. Yeah, we got it on the lift in here, so I thought I'd give you an underside tour of the car. Leaks from everywhere. Needs an oil change. Needs pretty much everything. So my wonderful brother, when he brought it back from Eastern Washington, he strapped it down right there and broke the brake line. So luckily there was enough brake line left where Jamie got that reflared and fixed. All right, that's the rear end ratio right there. Let's see, 321. Is that right? I'm reading that backwards. It's not really showing up on video. Yeah, you want to see what the other side of a trail duster look like. I'm looking at this the first time along with you. Frame rails look really good. We're so spoiled back here. Back in like Minnesota, you just never get cars that aren't like completely rusted out. So it's got dual exhaust on it. With I don't know if that's an actual cherry bomb, but it's basically a cherry bomb. And it goes into a Y, so there's one pipe. Oh no, never mind, that's a crossover. My bad. Yeah, it's kind of hard getting around the transfer case there. But yeah, it's true to exhaust. I mean, it's not factory, but true to exhaust. The truck oil pans are very unique. There's some design with a dipstick in the middle. Interesting drain plug. Like a plug within a plug there. Right here, if you're looking for a VIN number on your motor, it's right there. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to show that on video. Yeah, it's 400 on there, so we'll see if I can scrape that off and see if we can see the VIN on there. Yeah, that pad right there is where they've always put the VINs. Yeah, it looks pretty blank. Might be a replacement motor. I'll scrape it off later, but yeah, it's pretty solid. Floor pans look good. Yeah, pretty happy with the truck. You just don't really find them like this very much. Exhaust shield on the gas tank, and fortunately we can't get any pressure through the tank, so we're gonna have to pull it. We tried blowing through the tank to try to get the old gas out, and it smells horrible in the gas tank, so we're gonna have to redo that. All right, time to get outside for I don't know, Jamie wants to drive it in the field. We'll see if it stinks. It rained like 4 inches the last 2 days, so yeah, I mean, look at the quarters. Everything looks really nice on this thing. Yeah. All right, time to go have some fun with it. Now Jamie's cleaning up all the gas he dumped on the positive battery terminal because, you know, safety. All right, it's getting dark. We're gonna go on the maiden voyage. My brother's kind of sitting in there in case we get stuck out in the field, because last time I tried to bring my truck in the field, I sunk my Cummins up to the fenders, so, because it's rained for 4 days. Jamie seemed to think we're okay.
I'm not worried.
I trust Jamie. All right, start her up. Maiden voyage of USS Trail Duster. All right, let's see if the wipers work. They do! Oh, no. One broke, and it's hitting the other one. Oh, no! The linkage fell apart. Yeah. Yeah, these double plastic bushings on there always fall apart. All right, well, I guess we're not gonna have wipers. This should make this interesting. Yeah, it's still not happy. Needs more training fluid, I think. There's also a giant clunk going into gear, which might be the front axles that we covered earlier. She's moving. We got brakes. All right, let's head out to the field. We've got the XJ as the trail vehicle. So I think that means the high beams work, although I'm trying to hit the button and they're not turning off. So I think the high beams are permanently on. No need lights quite yet. All right, away we go. All right, I cannot see out the windshield, so I'm basically having to Ace Ventura this. That's about the only way I can see. We haven't sunk in the mud yet, so that's good.
Ready?
Born ready. Way too easy. It's not fair with the rear locker. It's just, it's too good at stuff. Say it again.
It's not even challenging.
Yeah. Race.
Race.
Too fast. Oh, yeah. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Yeah, there's too much junk in here. And those front axles are not good. All right, well, the sun has fallen. The trail duster just came back from its natural habitat. I mean, I gotta wash it tomorrow anyways. I wanted to get it really dirty once. There's a lot of mud holes out in my field right now. And I couldn't see them anyways because my windshield wipers didn't work. I like this thing. So one thing to do on your tin girl truck is, this is just always a good idea. So we tried the wipers last night when it was raining and all the linkages broke, which Jamie's currently fixing, which he's really good at because he's done this a lot. He's gonna do a video on it. So check out Dead Dodge Garage if you wanna learn how to change out the wiper pivot bushings on your tin girl. But see how dirty this is? The thing is, the secret is they're always dirty. Anything then they get parked under a tree or anything, like, just take the cowl off. It's not that hard to do. The cowl's right there. It's held on with screws. Sometimes the Phillips can give you some trouble, but it's just always a good idea to do this. One thing I usually do with cars is we're gonna go pressure wash this thing, but you just wanna get all this stuff out because what happens is all this junk sits down there, it stays wet and it never dries out. So you always have wet on your metal in there, and that's how the cowl rusts out, so. All right, onward and onward, clean it up. And now, pressure wash. Be really careful of those emblems. They're stick-on and they are impossible to find. And here we are. Just pressure washed it. Looks pretty good. Had to take it around the yard. I might have hit a mud puddle in it. It sounds great. It looks great. This thing's awesome. It looks so much better after a bath. So much better. I actually have that piece of trim. I don't know if I have that piece of trim. So if anybody out there has that fender piece, I think I need one. It'd be nice to get this all together. I may try to get my paint guy to fix that fender and the front valance because I love the patina on this thing, but the fender looks terrible. I need to talk to my guy. All right, what do you think, guys? Like this one? Keep it? I've been looking for a pop top one of these for a while, and I really like this. And I like the fact that it's a trail duster. You just don't see those. There's no Dodge in the grill. Like, it's just, it's unique. You're not gonna see one of these. And it's a big block truck. It's fairly low miles. The interior is pretty nice. Like, I don't think it's gonna take much to get this thing going. It needs a gas tank. That's gonna be the next big job. There's a few other things it needs, but yeah. Well, hope you all like it. If you have any suggestions for a nickname, because I'm told everyone on YouTube has to nickname everything, I am open to ideas. But yeah, there'll be more videos on this because I really like this truck and it's gonna stick around. Probably the next one will be the gas tank. So, all right, well, everyone, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. And I will talk to you all soon.